And yes, I've still got my old computer. It was making some funny sounds, so I brought it down to the workshop. I need to investigate those sounds, and it's also a good time to come and clean out the spider webs and all the dust bunnies and dust that collects around computers if you've been using them in the home. You know, I don't mind bringing my computer down and blowing out all the dust with compressed air and making sure it's nice and clean of dust, and it's a good thing to do it every 4 to 6 months. And I was down at the Apple store and I'm thinking of buying an iMac, and I thought, well, how do you get rid of the dust in that? It's a sealed unit, you can't get in there and clean it up. And I asked the people, well, how do you get rid of the dust out of your sealed up units? And they said, oh, you just bring the computer into the store and down to the Genie Sparrow and they'll do it for you. I just thought, well, no, I think I can rather live with a computer where you get your own dust and cobwebs out personally. Quite a few months back I was having some big problems with this computer. It would not capture video properly, and I need to make videos, of course. That's the original video capture card in there. Ended up that failed, the video capture side of that failed, so I could get rid of a whole bunch of hardware I didn't need. There's no longer plugging into that thing because it wasn't working, so bye-bye to all that. And I just got a generic FireWire card in there. But to get that slot, that PCI slot, I had to get rid of, it was a bit of a balancing act here, I had to get rid of my RAID card, which lets me write onto 2 hard drives in a RAID 0 configuration, which is very dangerous. RAID 0 is where you're striping data across 2 hard drives and it's split, and if you lose one side of the RAID or the array, well, you've lost sort of everything in a sense. But I thought, well, maybe these newfangled hard drives of today, which have got pretty good data rates, can cope with just DV video, and sure enough they can. So I've just got a single hard drive in there doing the video, and it's actually performing quite well. And what I am waiting for is the Apple Mac Pro. I'm not touching the thing they've got on the market at the moment because it's so old, it's like 6 years old. I'm waiting for the Mac Pro, but man, with Apple you just don't know, because they don't tell you when things get released. You've got to listen to rumours and things, and it really leaves you in the lurch. And I'm thinking, well, do they really want my business or don't they? I suppose there's a whole bunch of people hanging out for the Mac Pro, but the reason why I want a Mac Pro is that you can open the damn thing up and you can get in there, get your own dust bunnies out, and you're not relying on going to the stupid Mac store to do the most basic thing. I'll stop ranting and I'll turn this machine on. There's a sound, that's the reason why it's down here. Let's listen to the sound. It's making a strange sound. It's getting louder and louder. The sound was creeping up on this computer, so you never know with these computers. It could be hard drives making the sound. It could be motors somewhere on the machine making the sound. It could be the power supply making the sound. And I don't know if it's coming through the video camera, but it's like a whirring sound. It's in a room, it's quite loud. But let me just stop one thing on this computer and that sound will go away. The sound that was creeping up on me is this fan. It's making a very horrid sound and it's getting louder and louder. Probably very hard to tell, but that's the thing making all the sound on the computer. So I'm going to swap out that fan to keep this computer running until I get a replacement. Man, this thing has gone on forever. But I loved Windows XP. I think I've said that in another video. Luckily I can come in and fix my own computers. Thankfully I had a friend years back who taught me all about computers, thank goodness, and I'm very appreciative of the time he spent explaining to me how all this works. And just like magic, look what's in the computer, it's another fan. Now let's listen. I can't hear any spooky noises, and now I've got some investment advice. Have you got one of these floating around the home? Is it all sealed and not used? That's how much I paid for this. $70 for Windows 8 Pro. It is the Etzel of the computer industry. My advice is put one of those away for your children, leave it sealed, and I'm pretty sure that in time it's going to be worth a whole lot more money than what's on the ticket there. Because I'm banking even from this fail, I can turn it into a winner. I'd love to know your thoughts on Windows 8. I think the scary part for me was when I saw this. I went to a computer shop and tried it out, and the computer shop had no touchscreen, so using a mouse with that, I just felt alienated. I was looking for something that I could relate to, and there's nothing on that screen that I could relate to. And from seeing that, I thought, well, if they're going to re-educate me in how to use their user interface, I think I might as well go down to the Apple Store and buy some of their products. And strangely enough, I did. And I'm just getting my head around Apple now. But I'm waiting for the Apple Mac Pro, guys. A lot of people are. Anyway, in very Aussie 50 style, I hope you enjoyed this video. I better leave it at this. Bye for now.